What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36. And this is, or I guess I don't have to say it anymore because you can go follow either one of them. You can go follow Big Game James 36 is free. I might have to start using that one more. Like I can get subscribers. And actually, you know what? No, it's too much too complicated. I just need y'all to subscribe to the YouTube right now. We'll just focus on that. That's where if we do any new content, that's where that will be released. But yeah, it's Big Games BS brought to you by Den Media Group, presented by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. And ABC just got a stack out of me yesterday. Spring game season, you know, is amongst us. You can still go to the website, buy spring game tickets, or at this point, just bring $30 to the tailgate. Like, just like, or cash at me. Like, because I mean, it's like, I don't know if people realize, like, I like the structure of buying a ticket, right? The problem is I don't get the money. Like they take the money from you, but I don't get the money for like another week. Like, yeah, it's just like this whole it takes them a couple of days to process it and then, you know, all this other shit. But like, just, you know, just bring the fucking $30. Or to be honest with you, at this point, I really don't give a fuck. We've bought enough. We've bought the food that we're buying. So we're not readjusting it. We always adjust for not inflation, but like I know 20 people are gonna always show up day of. So inside the world's greatest cigar lounge, Goodfellas Cigar Lounge. I'm gonna tell you this, man. We do a really good job here. This is one of the worst businesses that you could possibly get into, though, in terms of people business. Like, there's, you know, if you're a bartender and you want to make some money and you're not a weirdo, come get paid. If you're a general manager, you know how to run a fucking cigar lounge, come get paid, man. Because right now, like, we got people like I think I scared most of my family on Wednesday. Like, I had to cuss people out. And then the scary part about my good friend Scott is one of those guys that doesn't want me to get mad because he doesn't want me to overreact when he's the most overreaction. Like he overreacts constantly. I felt concerned because I you know how you can hear somebody and you know they've been drinking, and he was just, oh shit, let me get my ass on. I'll meet you up there. God damn it! And I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't mean to call Scott and get him mad because now somebody else is gonna get slapped. And you know, luckily, nobody was slapped on Wednesday, but it was some furniture moving. We had to do some things here, but it's still one of the greatest cigar lounges in the world. And we purchase our stuff from thehumidor.com. Type in Sports Den at checkout or Godfather, all caps at checkout, 20% off a box. I think it's free shipping after 150 or something like that. So, spring games. So again, there is a tailgate. We have about 150 people coming to the game that we bought tickets for. Probably about to buy a couple more. My boy Stephen A. Smith, not the commentator, but the lawyer. He just said he's going to purchase 30 tickets for some jits, which I thought was dope. So we'll probably be close to 200 for that. You know, we don't need any more tickets, people. Like, just like right now, we're good. Those who are coming to the game are coming to the game. But save that energy for the book bag drive. That's coming up soon. So just put your pennies together. It's it's 3 tickets. Basically, it's $36. But we got that coming. We got Boys Town in North Florida will be there. Canopy Oaks, Pop Warner football team. I forgot the 7-on-7 football team, but they'll all be there. We'll have pictures. We'll have all kinds of other shit. That will be going. My boy Blake done text me. He getting ahead of the show. We got a new football league that we all must support. Like, you know how people say you don't support certain people? Well, I want us as a Sports Den nation, we're gonna change the narrative, but we'll get to that in a second. Our spring game tailgate, Peter Ward, Snoop Menace. I'm getting texts from people who I have no fucking clue who they are, that played. It's going to be, if you're an FSU fan and you like the old school guys, come on. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to have Lisa fucking with people. If you don't have that band or that bracelet, Don't be coming over there trying to bum autographs from our guys, man. Leave them the fuck alone. James Wilder Jr. will be there. I don't know if Devonta Freeman or if we've had some guys saying that they may come, but it'll get there more and more. So just check that out. And then I'm going to try. I'm experimenting. I got so much stuff right. My room is in disarray. All this packing, all this traveling, and Miles about to go to Puerto Rico. He may feel this here soon, but like I don't like unpacking, man. And then it just starts piling up, and then like it gets out of control. And like I gotta wash clothes, and there's a lot of people in my house, so I never know how to like. It's like playing double dutch trying to wash clothes. And like you never can like fully get a good wash, like get everything knocked out. So I may have to just go to my guy who's a dry cleaner, just give him all my clothes and just say, bring it back. But right now I made up my mind. I made an executive decision. And this was still just as hard as packing. I packed 3 pairs of shoes and I'm just gonna buy clothes when I get to Tallahassee. Like it's really I need new sweats anyway. I need some new gear. So like this gives me a reason, but it's like it's easier that way. So like I got my Red Octobers. I got which I hope they still work because they're old now. So like that would be the worst thing to like put on some shoes and you think you about to be fly, and then like the materials that deteriorated because you haven't worn them in a while. But I have my Red Octobers. I got some Travis Scott, the Cactus Jack 6s, and then I got some Union LA. So I gotta find something that matches red, something that's like blue and yellow, and then I didn't bring nothing to go to no. My man Pete Ward said we going out on Friday. I didn't bring nothing to go to nobody's club. I'm doing that on purpose. I don't want to be anywhere. I want to sleep. I'm tired. But Florida had their spring game yesterday on a Thursday night. They had a couple of recruits there, but like it was arguably one of the worst spring games ever witnessed by every fan base. You had your traditional Gator apologists and enthusiasts, and they were saying, "Oh, look at these people worrying about us, and we're not worried about you." And I'm like, I've just been telling people all day, last couple of days, fuck all of this. If you really, really feel the way you feel, let's bet. I'm feeling good about this. I'm out here like, people always like to take things to the extreme, and I just say, you know what? All right, you feel this way, let's bet. How much you want to bet? Let's bet big money on this. And you know what nobody wants to do? No Gator fan wants to do? Not one Gator fan wants to bet. Because they know, like I know, that they're trash. Before we even get into that, can you pull up that? You got that Graham Mertz, the quarterback. They just got a transfer quarterback from Wisconsin. They called him Murder Mertz, giving him nicknames and shit. Graham Mertz last year, he led the Big Ten with 10 interceptions in 2021. Last season, he threw 10 more interceptions. Graham Mertz loves throwing the ball to the other team. He does a pretty good job of that. Let me see what his touchdown to interception ratio is before I get into it. He's almost got 2-1. He had 19 touchdowns last year, 10 interceptions, 2,136 yards on a team that was actually pretty good. A 52.9 QBR. That's why he lost his job. Now, the previous year, Murder Mertz had, I don't know what that comes out to. It's an interesting ratio. 10 divided by 11. Okay, I was right. I was like, he has a 0.9 to 1 touchdown to interception ratio. The quarterback that is going to lead the University of Florida is coming he's coming into there, and he has had a season where he had a 0.9 to 1 touchdown to interception ratio. Last year he doubled it and almost got 2-1. Wasn't quite there, but close. But Graham Mertz is trash. The quarterback that started the bowl game in Las Vegas and got his ass whooped, scored a gram. Actually, he didn't score anything. The kicker scored 3 points toward the end of the game because Billy Napier had to save face. These are the guys who are about to lead the University of Florida. And the fan base is thrilled. They are excited about the future. Tim85 on Swamp 247 states, I hate our QB so much. CH Ferg on Swamp 247. The quarterbacks are, yep. I was just going to say star. Asterisk, asterisk. But yes, we're going to go shit for sure. But the bigger and more pressing question mark is how Napier evaluated Mertz and thought, this is our guy. I'm gonna give you a secret here. I'm gonna break this down for you. Billy Napier did not give a breakdown of, he didn't have a breakdown. He took the first quarterback that would say yes. Do you know how many quarterbacks said no? Starting with the guy who was supposed to be the pinnacle of your class that made you blow up your collective and start all over again. You lost your quarterback. And he wasn't even that great. You lost a bunch of other guys who were going to transfer. Then they said, nah, it ain't great to be a Florida Gator. Don't blame me. I'm the middleman in all this, man. I'm reading the tea leaves. Reading the tea leaves on this and letting you know that nobody wants to play for this. Nobody wanted to coach for it for a while. So you got to remember, you just hired most of your coaches like a week before fucking spring ball. And then people are like, why does the spring game look like shit? Do you understand? Learning a playbook is like learning another language. You have to learn, unlearn, and relearn new things. In particular, when you have a bunch of other stuff. There's more stuff. The show 3-2-1. You know what he said? Just cancel the rest of the game. The offense is embarrassing. If Napier was smart, he'd fire himself as OC and quarterbacks coach ASAP. Just recruit the talent and let someone else coach them. He has no idea what he's doing developing a quarterback. There is nothing that I, as a Seminole or any other fan base, can say that is worse than what your own fan base is saying. And what's sad is they had to watch this in 4K. I wouldn't want to watch this in Dolby Digital. And that was what was new back when I was a kid. My guy, David Waters, phenomenal guy. You should go follow him at GatorDave_SEC. Mertz was asked how much of the playbook we saw tonight. He laughed and said, not a whole lot. Jack Miller, who sucks, later followed up, it was pretty much day one install level. Now, Jack Miller and Mertz are both have the distinction of being Big Ten quarterbacks who did not amount to anything, that have transferred to the SEC. Jack Miller came from Ohio State. They say he's a consonant. I don't know what Mertz is, but hey, no judgment. The funniest thing, I don't know if I sent you. Oh yeah, that's it. So people are mad that, like, Gator fans are mad. Like, they got some guy named DK Thompson. It's not Denny Thompson. I don't know what DK's real name is, but DK is a okay guy. I've done shows with him, but DK's claim to fame has been the guy who John Ruiz packed up. He was one of the first people to expose John Ruiz as being bullshit artist. Oh. And then he got upset. He got scared because people were like, they found his house. Oh, God. Which, by the way, it's not hard to find somebody's house in today's standards. Like, if you have a business, which I'm sure DK has, you know what you have to register on your business? Your home. Unless you have a P.O. box. But most people put their home. So if they go to Sunbiz and they look up your name, bro, your house is all there. It's about what they're going to do when they get to your house. I personally talk trash, but I would not recommend trying to come to my neighborhood. One, I got the nosiest ass neighbors in America. It's a long way to drive to get to my house to get shot. Because if I don't get you, Mr. Winston's gonna get you. And I ain't talking about John Wick, but which, by the way, I think is the problem with gun law. I think people have watched John Wick too much and think that like this is how shootouts go. Like you just go pew, 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 like pew 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 pew. Like nah, man, these things are loud, terrifying, and we do have choppers. So, but anyways, DK talked about why we on here, but it's always wild when a coach in your conference respects or disrespects you. Lane Kiffin posted up this picture. Now, this is what the spring game was. It was an offensive mastermind of 7-7 with 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Like,
oh, this is the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's the fourth quarter. It's the fourth quarter.
I didn't even think that. Yo.
It's the fourth quarter, man.
Now, just to explain, like this is against
This is against Florida. Yeah, like good. It's skill on skill. But let's break this down because SEC. I don't want this isn't James. I don't because people be like James, you just be trolling. This isn't me. This is other people putting this. SEC Mike. Florida spring game first quarter drive chart. First drive, offense stalls quickly after a pair of sacks. So that means pair means 2. So 2 sacks on the first drive isn't optimal. Second drive ends as Gators fail to convert on fourth down on a sack. Third drive, no first downs. Fourth drive ends after a fumble snap on fourth down. Fifth drive, punt before crossing midfield. To end the first quarter, the QBs had a grand total of 14 yards passing. Graham Mertz. Now they picked it up a little bit in the second quarter. He was 7 for 13, 128 yards and a touchdown to end the second quarter. I don't know what y'all want us to say, but like that's not optimal. It's not very good. And the game was 7-7 going into the fourth quarter. They said, and I say they, not me. This isn't James Coleman. This is what them said. This is the lowest scoring UF spring game in history. That was Matt Baker with the Tampa Bay Times, by the way. Here's some quick thoughts from Matt Baker. I think Matt Baker is a Gator. What did Matt have to say about this? Oh, they tripping. Oh, Matt, you want me to pay for this shit? Never mind. Matt basically talked about how it sucked. You want to know what Billy Napier had to say? Oh, my bad. Just first quarter stats, too. Total. 14 yards passing. 46 total yards. Imagine taking time off, right? You know, obviously you probably didn't go to work on Friday. You're probably not at work right now if you're a Gator fan and you went to go see this because you stayed up pretty late. It's good game. Or you had to travel. Imagine taking paid time off for this. In front of your sons. Isn't that what Dame Dash said on Breakfast Club? Like in front of your sons. This is what you did. But you know what? This might be 4D recruiting right here. Or 4D chess, checkers, whatever they be saying. And here's why I say that. What better way to show offensive players that you need them by putting up an offensive effort? What better way to show quarterbacks, hey, man, we need you guys to come in than to show that you've got 2 transfers that can't do nothing? What better way to say we need wide receivers than 14 yards passing? What better way to say we need offensive linemen than by saying, look at these offensive linemen. They gave up 2 sacks in the first drive. What better way to say we need everything than to show that you have nothing? It's not the way that I would do it, but it might be effective. But they did this and everybody got a chance to pick them apart, look at them. I'm sure Florida will get better when the season comes, but if you are a Florida fan and you feel good about that, I'm ready to bet. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Reggie Wayne. Actually, no, because Reggie Wayne said he wanted to head up, straight up. So Reggie not getting no points. But I told Ed Reed about the Miami game, I'll give him the spread. And even then, he didn't take it. Florida fan, I'll give you the spread. But we're going to bet big because I need to know that confidence that you got is not fake. I need to know it's real. Because if it's real, you're going to get a stimulus package. If you feel like you feel. But both you and I know that you don't feel that way. I had a guy come on there, very good guy, Justin Better, Florida fan, solid Florida fan. He was getting mad. We were both saying the same thing, though. So I didn't understand why he was getting mad. He wants Billy Napier to stay at the University of Florida. I want Billy Napier to stay at the University of Florida. Why are we upset? What are we arguing about? We both feel it's in the best interest of us for Billy Napier to get a lifelong contract. Except for he believes that it's because Billy's going to be good. I believe Billy is dumpster juice. And it's great. And it's not because, I will respect the coach that I think he'd be good. I don't think y'all should have got rid of Daniel Mullen. This guy is over his head. But hey, if you like it, I love it. That's one of the phrases that we love to say as African Americans. I am cool with it. The next spring game that's during the week that you got to take paid time off for, University of Miami, they play today. It's going to probably be another shitty display too. Except for they got the Dyke at quarterback. He's a little bit better. But before all of this, Florida State had a decommitment in Jordan Pride from out of Bluntstown, right around the corner. Jordan Pride towards ACL. And there's been some iffy things about his recruitment. People don't know how strong his knee is. So him and Florida State decided to part ways. After that, though, Florida State decided that it was time to pick up a new commit. A guy by the name of LaWayne McCoy. LaWayne McCoy is a four-star athlete from out of Miami Central. And he was a guy who Miami fans just knew that they were going to get. If you put that up right there, Caneville, which is that's a solid guy. He does some really, really good work in his community. I don't know why he trolls so much, but he trolls a lot. And I don't know the best way to say this. So I'm just going to say it. He has that tobacco, those people with those tobacco commercial voices. He has a hole in his throat. But he talks a lot of shit.
Wow, that's a fun guy.
I mean, it's hilarious. But the one cool thing about him, and this is why I know he's older. He comes from an era where, when old people, you can tell the era that somebody's coming from when they're losing an argument and they say, well, I get more pussy than you. That's a guy who grew up in the early 90s. Because it's a lie. We don't know. There's no way to quantify this. But, it's just, why did that have to do anything? What does that have to do with us doing? But this is the list that he said the big fish hunting. He gave his predictions. He says they're going to get everybody. It's a lot of different things. And then we're going to go. We have some of his tweets that line up that people should know. But he's consistently wrong. He told everybody that Miami was getting Lane Kiffin, and Lane Kiffin was texting him while he was at Tootsie's. Tootsie's is a very good strip club, by the way. Great wings. He was telling the world that I just want people to wrap their mind around this. Random ass fan that never played at UM, has no connections, is getting text messages from coaches and being involved in the coaching search. Then he's good friends with Mario Cristobal. He was telling us that Manny Diaz was going to be the greatest coach in Miami history. This man is consistently wrong about everything. But you know what it is? He's going to be wrong, and he's going to get back up and be wrong again tomorrow. And he's going to talk to you like you're crazy for remembering that he was wrong the day before. It is the most wild thing that I've ever seen by insiders. I got crushed for being wrong about one thing. And these people get passes over and over again. But I love it because because if you go and you I think it's the last link, Miles, that I put. And if we just got to dig into that. So he called the kid Central. Like, so go click on his, not my tweet, but his tweet. And then go up one more. Yeah, so we just get that whole thing up there. Now, this says 15 hours ago for us, right? This was literally 1 hour before this young man, LaWayne McCoy, committed. LaWayne McCoy goes to Miami Central. So this is what he said, 1 hour. Central to UM. Raven to UM. LOL, this is getting easy. Jacob G asked, LaWayne McCoy. He says, X-Man says, locked in. Jacob G says, who's your source? He says, I'm the source. A few moments later, LaWayne McCoy post up in the all whites. And Florida State fans know when somebody rocks the all white, chances are a commit is about to happen. I've never seen such boldness and be so wrong. It's truly an art to be that bad. All I put was lose a 4-star, gain a 4-star. That's Mike. They say Mike ain't got no juice on the trail, and all Mike doing is being like a kid's sippy cup, juicy juice. But what's wild is just, again, the amount of energy. And then unfortunately, Gabe Urethra, I don't even know how you say his name. Whatever. I'm just gonna Gabe, your last name's Urethra to me. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, fight me. I mean, can somebody tell me? Okay, all right, okay. I'm gonna probably still say Gabe Urethra, but can somebody help me? Like, how do you say his name? Is it Urethra? He obviously was something. He ain't American. I can tell you that much. McCoy just committed to FSU. Yikes. Gabby, my bad. Yeah, that's no bueno. A lot of people I'm speaking with are surprised by the news. Miami was feeling pretty good there. Now, a couple weeks ago, one of the Dykes, Miami has two, DeMarcus Van Dyke, posted Mandarin oranges. And that was the tweet, was Mandarin oranges. What happened was we had two Mandarin Mustangs from the school I coach at. We're down there on a visit to the University of Miami. We're actually having a good time. Do you know where those two young men committed to? Penn State University. Apparently, I think Miami is, what does Miami and the guys in the Freaknik documentary have in common? They think the women like them, but they really scaring the hoes by being overly aggressive and trying to grab and grope chicks. And the only way you're going to get kids to commit is if you damn near force them to commit. Oh, I just sent you what I need you to post. So I want you to see what lame is. We got to go check your email, Miles. It's the last one. Because this is, and I want people to realize this is a grown man. Miami's coach, wide receiver coach, is a Hurricane legend. That means people know who he is. And this was him a week ago with LaShawn McCoy. Lil Wayne McCoy, not LaShawn, my bad. He ain't that good, son. Lil Wayne McCoy. Coach over there just actually, you know what? If it's kind of a pseudo rival, because he can go on to visit Miami. We're not going to Florida. He could make the Miami guys do shit, silly shit like this. But like this man is twerking, man. This man is really out here clicking his knees, man. It's a grown-ass man. Miami fans troll FSU for singing happy and celebrating happy birthday for a kid who was on his official visit to their mom. That's called good Southern hospitality, gentlemen. Like they do it like you go to any restaurant in the South and say it's your birthday, they're gonna bring you some cake and everybody's gonna sing happy birthday. This is simping. I mean, he's just clicking his knees, just as cheesing, just as Sambo as you want to be. Oh, have some pride. Jesus Christ. Kid did not go to Miami.
Oh no.
That's the kid, Lil Wayne. That's the kid who's committed to Florida State. It would be cool if you went to Penn State. But you over here dancing, cheesing, cutting the rug, and he went to your rival. Cold world. But Miami has a spring game that they will be trying to pick apart. Troll. We'll talk more about it on Monday. Hopefully they'll see some things in shape. But Miami basically is in the same position that the University of Florida is in. They believe they need everything as well. With a bunch of guys. And this is my bad, just to get to X one more time. December 10th, 2022, X put out a tweet. Y'all be paying attention to these folks, to these fake wannabe sources. Somebody quote tweeted that and he says, I'm the source. Somebody put, we got to have the highest percentage of fake insiders in the country.
I want that on a t-shirt. I'm the source.
I mean, it was a bold proclamation. Source, me. I'm the source. Like, so I'm 30, 38, I'll be 39. X is older than me. You know how weird it has to be to say that you're the source for a kid that's not your own or that you don't really have any relation to? I'm the source. I know where that little boy be. I'm just telling you guys, recruiting is borderline pedophilia. It is some weird shit that goes down with recruiting. I could not put myself in the same situation as that Hurricane legend where he's out there twerking and dancing and clacking his knees with the hope that a kid is going to come. Like, there's got to be demeaning as a man. Kevin Beard, man, that's the guy's name. Kevin Beard. Look him up, Miami fans. He was pretty good. Hey, matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to do the research for everybody. That man middle name is Leon. Leons don't do that. Kevin Leon Beard, wide receiver coach for the University of Miami. Played football at the University of Miami. Played professionally in arena football after that. Beard this is his second stint as a University of Miami coach. He was a wide receiver coach and pass game coordinator in 2015. Went up to Georgia to be quality control. Was at Tennessee, was at Toledo, and now he's back. 2001, national champion. Went to Plantation High School, was pretty damn good. Now he's twerking in videos with kids that won't commit to him.
But if you think about it for a second, I kind of get it now, and it makes me sad because it's like you get this good job, you probably got a bad wife to go with that.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, they always do.
Dance with kids to keep your wife.
It's tough, man. Let's just play it, stretch that out. Let's flesh that out.
It's real out here. I get it. I work.
Imagine having to twerk to keep your wife.
I mean, that's what it is. There's no other way a black man.
This is humiliating, man. This is tough, though. Like, that's why I couldn't do it. But the cool thing is that our wide receiver coach, Ron Dugan, FSU legend, Southside of Tallahassee, stand up, baby. You know what Dugans ain't going to do? And Dugans used to coach at the University of Miami. I can promise you what Dugans ain't going to do. Dugans is not about to get on no goddamn and start twerking for no goddamn kid. Dugans is entirely too cool for that shit. But James, what's going on, man? You know, because he got one of them low, deep voices too. And man, you know, I'm just out here just trying to make this money, man. Trying to get out here and do what I got to do, man. Because you know, I ain't finna be out here twerking and shit. Try to get a kid, man. I got too much pride, man. I really went to the NFL, man. I really played ball. My motherfucking name is Ron Dugans. Ain't finna be out here twerking and shit. I promise you what happened was when Ron saw the tweet with Lil Wayne twerking with Kevin Beard and the little Spanish guy in the corner cheering the shit on. Dude called him. And dude said, hey, if you want to go to a program where your wide receiver coach ain't all up in your video dancing. Like, dude has got this hat. I have a hat, like, I don't know where everybody is, but dude, Florida State has this flex fit cap, right? It's really nice, but it gets dingy real quick. Like, Dugan's got a hat that looked like he's had it since the 99 championship. And when he puts that cap on, man, like, it's just boom, it's there. Like people been like, dude, we need to get you a new cap. Hey man, that cap works. Cap's a fact. Like, Dugan's it fits tight on anybody, but it's just that it's like it was black, but it's kind of gray now. Dugan's put that blackish gray cap on and called Lil Wayne and said, hey, listen, if you want to go to a school where you're gonna have to just gonna play, and you're gonna have the wide receiver coach all up in your videos, dancing, come to death row. That's basically what he said. But what I like the most about Lil Wayne is that Lil Wayne mama, you can tell he's old enough, he's young enough to where the mom was influenced by Lil Wayne. Because, you know, people's got to be my age. So that's why she named him that. I don't have any rapper that I like enough to name a cheering after him. But we've got a Tupac. We've got all kinds of other rappers. But he actually put, I don't even know the Lil Wayne song that he put as his commitment song on his video. But it was fire. It was off the Carter 3. Which he might have been made to that. Because, you know, these chicks. Oh, wow.
You ruined the album for him.
Hey, I'm only saying it because, you know, this is the Freaknik generation of mamas going on forward. My dog T-Pain made a song called We Can Make Love to a Rap Song for a reason. Like, I mean, these girls don't want to hear Teddy Pendergrass anymore. They want to hear Plies. They want to hear, ooh, set the mood, baby. Like, go play Miss Pretty Pussy. Like, could you, oh man, I just need something to set the mood for me real quick. You got this hypnotic you gave me this incredible hawk and it's relaxing me. Hennessy hypnotic. I mean, these chicks drinking like men.
They can't still drink that, you think?
No, I'm talking about back in his day. When Lil Wayne's mom was coming in the game, and Lil Wayne mom met Lil Wayne daddy, and after the club, it was looking like good. It's just because I need you to, could you play that Ludacris? I just need the mood set. A lot of these women like to twerk, pop their pussy. Like, could you play? Oh, what's the song? I just need the mood set. Can you play Tip Drill for me a little bit? Just, it always gets me in the mood.
I guess 21 questions. It have to be for 50 cents.
Can you set the mood for me a little bit? Can you play Booty Popper by Ludacris? Back when you got it after class and you played that good romance. Because what was funny was this was what fucked up about BET. BET would play the best Quiet Storms of the 80s. And they'll play all those classic love songs. But the only time they played it was like 2:00 in the morning, which was right before BET Uncut came on. Making love with BET Uncut in the background. Oh man. But anyways, I'm showing all that joke. This kid is legit. He's got a catch in a 7-on-7 tournament. Now, granted, it was on 2 pilgrims, but he had the one pilgrim had his arm shut down here, picks up his left hand, snatches it with one hand, puts 2 feet in bounds in the end zone. It was great. Kid's crazy athletic. Hope he plays safety. I don't know. Dugan's put that cap on. Dugan's getting a lot of recruits. So, and we're still in it for some other people. That Caneville list that he put on, he may get one guy on that list of people that they want. But the cool thing about if you continue to guess, you're going to eventually get it right. Just like if you keep saying bad things are going to happen, eventually something bad will happen. If you keep saying good things will happen, eventually good things will happen, even if you are completely out of pocket. Florida State plays their spring game on Saturday. I'll be traveling over to Tallahassee this afternoon. I don't have anything for it. So, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. We don't have to show anything. We're going to basically say we're resting on our 2022 season. And the fact that 80% of our roster is coming back, it's kindergarten graduate. It should not be 7-7 though. There has to be some kind of excitement. You got to have the people enthused. But we'll have a bunch of recruits. If you're coming to the tailgate, we'll have some of the recruits will be coming to the tailgate. The parents, I'm going to tell the parents though, make sure I'm not responsible for them getting to the tent. They get to the tent where the liquor's at. That's on y'all as parents. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I have a ton of former players coming out there. We'll have a bunch of other good stuff happening. Things that I would like to see is see somebody else step up. We know what Trey Benson can do. I would love to see Keziah Holmes, Rodney Hill be able to make some plays. I want to see what linebackers are going to, if DJ Lundy is going to continue to get better. And I'm going to be honest with you, and this sucks, right? Because I like everybody. But what I want to know is who is going to get cut, because we're 4 scholarships over. We're at 89. You got to get and that's if this kid Destin Hill comes, who I don't like. I refuse to talk about somebody who's not here. But like Destin Hill will make us at 90. So we need 5 people to like give up hope or just get cut. And I think it's going to be more than that, because we still need some more people in the portal. We got to go portal shopping. And but the cool thing is it's fun to not be as like desperate as our last guys. Hopefully it won't be a kid in our video. Miles, we did a video last year, and then one of those guys was in it. The mom was in there. The nephew was in it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And then he got, then he transferred like the next fucking day. I was so hurt. I was so hurt for him.
She was super excited.
The mom was like, I think he could have done good for us this year. But like they just said, nah, son. Cold world, man. That's why I don't give a shit about when these kids transfer and do things like that, because it's wild. But that's why, one of the things about the world that makes it messed up is like when we're getting close to that time of year when all the sports that we actually care about, like in order, like football is done. Like we'll have our spring ball, but that only gives us a glimpse. And NFL does a good job of promoting the off season. So like you have, like they cover the combine and the draft and all that shit really, really good. So you got that. Then you got B. You got the NBA play. NBA is about to come down to playoffs. Season's over when LeBron's out for me, but LeBron's balling, so we're doing good. Then you got hockey, which if you haven't watched hockey live, it's pretty impressive. I'm hoping that the Lightning continue to do well because I'm probably gonna go sneak one of those games if I can. But then there's just baseball, and I think we're as much as we're trying to get into the USFL. We're going to try to get into what's the other one league? It's USFL, not Arena. Arena's cool if you watch it like up front, but like there's no real popular thing with that. What's the other one? It's USFL. Oh, XFL. We're trying to get into the XFL. We're trying. Just not a lot of star power in you, and it makes you appreciate just how good the NFL players are. But there's a league that's coming back on the horizon. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I might talk with Chris. But Chris got 3 daughters, though, so I don't know if Chris wants to do this. But we're capitalists. We showed, and I have experience dealing with this league. And this league needs to be supported because we have to do a better job of supporting our women. And it's the Lingerie Football League. They're really trying to get it going again. And if you've watched it, it's violent, it's sensual, it's everything that you want. And what I need women think pieces to do stuff like this. See, like a woman's think piece would look at this and say, look at these scantily clad women and these men drooling over them. And this is what, because women is never about accountability. It's always they're forced. And there are times when you're forced into something, but like nobody's put a gun to these hoes' heads and said, go out here and wear bikinis. By the way, there was a great TikTok video that I saw where like women will wear their bikini right around you and won't say, like, it could be it doesn't matter if it's your significant other, it could be your best friend, it could be like you could be your sister or somebody else. They'll wear a 2-piece bikini around you and feel free, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a 2-piece bikini and a goddamn bra and panties?
Oh.
Let you go in the room with them wearing bra and panties. And you would think you just like, bikini, free. Bra and panties. These women are basically wearing panties and a bra with shoulder pads. One thing I need women to start being honest with is that women hate women. I didn't notice this until I coached and I saw this clip right here. You got to play the sound because it's amazing what she's the level of trash talking, because you wouldn't expect this. But it was great though, because it's gonna be like, you're gonna be like, yo, that's wild. You tell a man this, the flip side of a man wants to fight. I don't know how women respond to this. Maybe women in the comments can help us, but
from the shotgun, this is Jane Caldwell with the option back to Harris. That was nearly a fumble. Atlanta's defense all over the Ferrari.
Hey, I'm gonna show you how excited when you eat my pussy.
Wow. The Ferrari throwing shade at Atlanta. That is definitely an NSFW moment in the LFL. Ball now at the 20 from the shotgun. This is Jane Caldwell with the option back to Harris. That was nearly a fumble. Atlanta's defense all over the Ferrari.
Hey, I'm gonna show you how excited when you eat my pussy.
Wow.
Now, if you click on the next link, there's a whole website. I mean, there's a whole Facebook page for this. And there's just good clips of solid football. And like they're just running each other.
It's a linebacker shot right there. Look at that shot. That is a linebacker shot right there.
Like,
look at that.
She was thinking about sisterhood at that moment. You know what? I need to propel women's rights. I'm gonna run right through you. Like, that's anger. And what's wild, and again, as I talk to people about the LFL when I used to train them, I mean, you're talking about women who are executives at certain companies. Like, they don't get paid for this. Nobody will write think pieces about this. You don't need Kevin Samuels and all these other red pill people to tell you the truth. This is pure hatred. That is anger. And you know what? You know why she hates that woman? For no other reason than she's a woman. Because women hate women. Don't care what nobody says. Women see that is competition. They may have like one or two of their like nobody falls out with each other like women do.
Right.
Like over simplest shit. I mean, there's other clips we can just keep showing. We can show because that's the whole site, man. Like it's just like we can just keep going down. I mean, it's good. I mean, these as athletic. Oh, my bad. If you click on the actual X League, I mean, we might need to show this.
Oh, you thought I was dumb?
What a nasty hit that was on the quarterback.
You ain't doing what y'all doing, understand me?
I'm sorry. I would watch this if this was on TV.
Yeah, I probably watch it more than the NBA after LeBron.
Like, look at that. Look at this. Like, did that look like they cool with each other? She wasn't gentle.
Okay, now how come these girls cheeks are out?
It is a choice.
Oh.
It is a choice what them girls are doing, man.
I know my favorite.
The one with the cheeks out.
Yeah.
And it was the Atlanta. But don't get it twisted. That was an Atlanta team.
Oh, really?
That was the listen. When the Jacksonville Breeze, that was the name of the team here. When we played the Atlanta team, on God, I swear, I think the Atlanta team was full of strippers. I think they just went and got strippers and just said, "Hey, y'all want to come travel to Atlanta for a little bit?" But like, I really want to. I think we should do this. Oh, without a doubt.
Hell yeah.
I train them. I coach. Like we put, we'd be out there, and I'd be dead. I'd be just as serious as I am with Trey's flag football team. I'd be like, "Hey man, what the fuck wrong with you, man? Why you playing so goddamn soft, man? Fuck that bitch. That bitch will hit you if you don't hit her." And you know what? It should be like, right. So like now we could get all into it, be intense. Like,
girl said she was gonna force oral on that other girl. That's insane.
Again, women love to fall back on the same misogynistic culture that they hate, they claim they hate. The misogynistic culture views women as the fairer sex and that they can never say or do anything wrong. But the reality is these are some fucking savages.
Yeah, that's a wall you
that are super aggressive. And this is sensual. I'm sorry. Like you know what? Let me get this other shit handled first. Then I'm gonna put some money to the side and we're gonna sell out arenas. I don't even know what we'll call it, but all I know is the only thing I'm thinking in my head is the hoes gonna love this. I don't really know if kids could be involved in this, but but shit. This is it's very intense, man. Like, again, for the record, I want people to realize this. Nobody hates women like women hate women. Like, just, it ain't us, dog. But in a lot of the stuff, too, is why you have to make sure you check your women. And I'm going to tell you another reason why I can say this full confidence. Africa, you love me because the one thing you know I'm never going to do is not provide facts. It's not going to just be, it's going to be examples. It's going to be keys. It's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff. But here's another key. As much as women talk about men and what men do and how bad men are, try their brother. Try to mess with their son. I've always told people this. My mother might like you, but I am still my mother's only son. I've had a great conversation. I haven't had a chance to have it with Kelly yet. We will have it though. I've had it with Trey. I think Trey might have been 5 or 6 when we said this, but I think it's stuck. If I talk to Killer like this right now, he may try to make it about Pokemon or something else. But I told Trey, we were driving somewhere, and I said I think we were listening to Drake or something like that. He was like, "What is that? What does it mean? She wasn't with me shooting in the gym." I'm like, that means she wasn't there. You know, you can't just trust all kinds of women. I say, it's only one woman you could trust in this world, and that's your mother. Trust your mother. Your mother's going to always have your best interest in heart. Trey asked me a very, very good question after that. Do you trust mom? And I said, I trust my mother. It has got nothing to do with like a dislike for her and I don't trust her. It's just no, but I trust my mother is the only woman that I trust unequivocally. I know there's some of you who have terrible relationships with your mothers. I don't. I know a lot of people got good relationships with their moms. And this soccer player, footballer, if you will, had a phenomenal relationship with his mother. And it worked out for him. And this is why I say women hate women, because this mom was definitely not pro the woman's cause. So if you go pull that up, oh, okay, what's up, Ramon? My bad.
Hey, big game, will that be included being on the sidelines with you, coach? Oh, this is coach the women's team.
Oh man, come on. Oh hell yeah, you can come and call the play. You come run practice. That definitely would be part of the $99 package. Come on through, man. Before I get into this, real talk though, if I could have done it all over again, I would have charged it minutes. Like they did a whole combine, LFL combine, in one of my gyms. And it was a couple guys that were sitting there in my old gym. We had the turf field and the baseball fields, but then the weight room was a small room with like a little glass that you could look out of onto the field. There were all kinds of dads staying later for their workouts, hanging out in the room, looking in there, checking out the girls. They doing their leg stretches. And it's just people are weird. Can't get mad at them though. It was women there too. 2 very good female friends I did have from out of that. Angie, who made ESPN for running over a girl very violently. My homegirl Tara. They used to twerk on top of girls. They twerked on top of girls like Miami's coach was twerking with the guy. But until I digress. Over in Europe, women tend to looking for men and they see men and they like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But what can get women, again, women hating women, nothing's like the love of a mother. A mother will protect her son by any means necessary. And this football player is going through a divorce with his wife. She smelled a lick. She thought she had something. Akref Hakimi, I don't know if that's his name. She filed for divorce and she demanded half of his property. She was, however, informed by the court that her quote unquote millionaire husband owns nothing, as all his property is registered under his mother's names. He receives $1 million from PSG monthly. I guess that's the group he plays for. But 80% of that $1 million goes to his mother. He has no property, cars, houses, jewelry, or even clothes in his name. Anytime he wants anything, he asks his mother, who buys it for him. And when you talk about next level thinking, that is some next level thinking right there. That man told his wife, I don't want to mess you up. You are a strong, independent woman who don't need a man for shit. And I'm gonna make sure you prove it. I'm not one of those guys who's also like, listen, man, divorce, if you get divorced, if you really help build somebody, I think, and you went through some stuff, I do believe you deserve your cut. But I think you can't have it. If you want equality, like a man ain't get, like, either, y'all got to start cheering for the rich woman who got to pay for the man and give the man stuff, or this might be the new wave. This might be the new wave, but ain't nothing like the love of a mama. And you see that you got the picture with her grabbing that. I've had my mama do that for me. Grab the face, kiss the cheek. That's some security. Mom securing the bag. You're not finna dilute our family heritage and wealth for some skeezers. On that note, man, enjoy your weekend. If you're in Tallahassee, make sure you come check out the spring game. Come hang out with us. We're gonna be vibing, doing all kinds of different things, man. And if you're just be wary of grown ass men who are twerking in videos with little boys. It's 2023. We got to be better. So on that note, man, appreciate you guys chopping it up with me. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.